This is an investigation into why the motor runs, but the windshield wipers do not work. Basically, we'll go back to the reassembly, but basically you want to access on a 2002 Kia and other Kia models, you want to access this panel only from the driver's side, the left side. You have these transmission assembly. It's been replaced before, but now it's not moving. So we will wiper arm assembly take out on the right side of the engine. This is the bushing that can separate from those arms that run your windshield wipers. These are very tight in there. If you try to separate it, it might come loose. If you get a separate arm, it might be difficult to reassemble. So all the arms comes as one piece. You just have to connect it to the windshield mounts, windshield wiper mounts, and to the motor. 4 bolts. Just unscrew them until they will not come out since they're in the rubber bushing. It's spring or loose, but you have to use 2 fingers in the tight spot here. Basically, the problem is this arm separated from here. This assembly gets screwed onto here, so we have to find a nut. That goes over here and lock it in. Okay, so now we found a bolt that goes over here. This is beveled, but we're going to use Loctite or something similar, thread locker, a blue, not the red. The red you'll never get off again without a lot of work. So use the blue. I'm going to find a socket for this. That looks like a 12 millimeter. $12mm. We get a socket, make sure it's set for lock in. I'm going to put thread locker on the nut. Okay, now we have, this has to be screwed in. While this is in place. If anybody has suggestions how to do it otherwise, you could speak up and make comments, but this is the only way I know. The bolt goes through that opening. Now the nut has to be put on while it's facing away from you. There's no panel on this side of the car. So I pushed in as far as it'll go and tightened the nut onto the shaft of the windshield wiper motor. At this point, I got a few more threads left by hand. Then I'll be using a 10mm socket to tighten the rest of the way. Now before you start, you want your windshield wipers in the off position. That way you don't have to worry about the timing. I'm still rotating by hand. So now I'm tightening the 12mm nut onto the shaft of the blower motor by hand as much as I can because there's not a lot of throw. So I'm using the 12mm either open or closed wrench to tighten the rest of the way. Before you start, make sure your windshield wipers are in the off position. That way you don't have to worry about timing of the windshield wipers. If this transmission arm was loose from the rest of the part under here, rest of the transmission, you could replace the whole thing in one assembly. They do not normally sell piece by piece, so you just replace the whole thing. It's connected here. It's both in there and over there. And then you would do this connection last, like we're going to be doing right now. Okay. This is just bolted into place with 4 bolts. It's a 10mm bolt. The way this is made, the bolts stay in the rubber bushing, but do not count on that, they might fall out. Start screwing one in. It'll catch. Then you get another one. On this car, the vandals probably stole this bolt when it was parked somewhere. So this one has to go with 3 for now until we get a replacement bolt. Before you tighten any one, it would be best idea to get all of them started. Then you could use power tools on some of them to speed up your For this last one, you could use a short extension with a 10mm 3/8 socket, and then it's got enough room to manually tighten it. Since we didn't show you how to remove it, here's the reverse assembly. This piece should tuck under here. Okay, so you tuck in that corner first, the center, then push under here and they'll pop in. These are the plastic screws, but we're going to put on the make sure your windshield wipers are in the off position at this point. Turn on the car and put them in the off position because this is your starting point. If you do not, when you turn on your wipers, they will position right above where it normally would sit. And on this one, you can definitely use a power tool. With a nut, preferably. Position your wiper the right angle. This will require hand tools, limited access. And it just gets screwed down. The wiper should be positioned on the electric tape used for defrosting. That way your wipers will get defrosted if they're stuck to the windshield, if you turn that feature on and if your car has that feature.
Turn it off.
Then just bolt it down. The final assembly, or disassembly, is these plastic screws and sockets. They just get screwed back in. When you unscrew them, to take them out, you might have to push in from the bottom to get them started in the screw. Push the other one in for the hole and screw it down.
Your hands in the air.